What's going on, guys? So, an update on the beer brewing. You can see we got some action here. Things are doing what they're supposed to be doing. So, I ended up moving the whole system. I had it by an area where it was a little bit cooler, and the temperature was fine when I put it there, but I just want to make sure that it stays within that like 60 and 70 degrees. You know, it's important that this doesn't get too cold because then the yeast isn't active. If it gets too hot, it can stress the yeast out and that can screw things up. So you really have to kind of watch that temperature. It's super important. But anyway, got the bottles all cleaned, ready to go. I put it, the original bottle in the box here. All right, you can see in there, it's doing its thing. There's lots and lots and lots of foam. All right, I did put a towel on here just to keep it dark. That's all. Sunlight is, I don't know how much UV affects it, but it happens to be by a window here. So, yeah. So the reason that you do this with the beer is because it foams a lot. Now, again, I've experienced with wine, mead, and regular grape wine, and this isn't nearly the same because there's almost no foam on that kind of stuff. So what ends up happening is you just put the airlock right on top, and as soon as you start, and you're good to go. This pushes a lot of that foam through. So you can see the tube is filled with foam here. This is just like leaning on the table, it shook everything. This is the dead yeast and everything like that. So you get a lot of floaties and things in there. And so this is why they want you to put it in a separate container. So when this slows down a lot after like 2 or 3 days, which by the way, we are at the 72-hour mark, almost exactly. That's why I'm filming this, because it's supposed to be fully starting to ferment at 48 to 72 hours. And that's exactly what's happening. But anyway, you can see it clouded the water. Even there's sediment on the bottom. That's the dead yeast that's been pushed through because of all the gas and stuff. So it's important to note two things. The first thing is this is a very important stage to make sure that it is completely done. Because when I bottle this, I have to use some kind of a sugar so that it can create carbonation in the bottles, right? It's like bottle conditioning. And if you don't let this finish fully, then that means the yeast is still active and it can create too much pressure in your bottles and create bottle bombs. And that's a very real thing. So the bottles get so much pressure that they explode. And beer everywhere and glass flying is obviously not ideal for anyone. So that is an important step. The second thing is when you take this out and I switch to an airlock in the bottle, I have to clean this immediately, because we're going to reuse this hose. You see, obviously, it's all dirty and nasty and stuff. And when we siphon everything off and we rack the bottle, racking is just removing the liquid from the solids. We want to make sure that's going to, be working fine and totally sanitized and very clean. So this is sticky, icky, gross stuff. The second I'm done with this hose and I switch to the airlock, and I'll make a video on that part. I guess it's the next step, really. Because this is going to do this thing for 2 weeks, as I mentioned in the first video. Once I put the stuff in the bottles, when I bottle it, that's going to take another 2 weeks to ferment, well, really condition the bottle and create the carbonation we need. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Just want to show you this step. It's bubbling. It's pushing out, all the gas. All right, let me see if I can smell this. Not really. It smells, but it doesn't smell specifically like beer or anything like that. It just has a little bit of a yeasty stink. But there you go. There's the next step. So super important for temperature control, and very important to just keep an eye on things. Make sure it's just what it says. It's not rocket science, but when you're new to anything, you can easily screw it up by not understanding, right? So that's the whole point, is to try to understand what's going on. There's plenty of free information. There's tons and tons of YouTube channels that does brewing stuff. So if this is interesting to you, look at a couple of them, find a personality you like, has great information. There's plenty out there to choose from. Subscribe to them, watch their videos, Hey, don't forget to come back and watch my videos, just saying. Don't take too much of your time. but yeah, the information's there. I mean, you could do anything. It's YouTube. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? You can learn how to fix stuff and make beer, and it's kind of cool. Kind of a cool place. That's why I still come here every day. But anyway, that's pretty much it for now. Just want to give you guys an update. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy these videos, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Take care.